The Egyptian pyramids at Giza are without a doubt one of, if not the most, strange structures on Earth. They have withstood the test of time and nature for thousands of years and are still standing strong. As you probably know, many powerful people have been fixated on solving the mysteries surrounding these enormous structures for centuries. And one of them is Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla. But what did Nikola Tesla discover in the Great Pyramids? Let's find out as the tech billionaire Elon Musk will update us all. Hello everyone, welcome back to Elon Musk Evolution, where we bring you the most recent news about Elon Musk and his multi-billion-dollar companies, space news, and the latest science and technology. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss any of our amazing videos. One of the most prominent and popular inventors to ever exist was Nikola Tesla. He disclosed some horrifying facts about the pyramid. Although Nikola Tesla passed away unrecognized, his fame has inevitably gained attention. In addition to his insane ideas that were patented, his key concepts also contributed to the development of several of the technologies we use today, including smartphones, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, electrical supply systems, and some other technologies. The Egyptian pyramids are one of the many other intriguing top-secret projects in which Tesla exhibited interest. When he was 20 years old, he started to get motivated to discover the mysteries of the pyramids. He made the decision to pursue it as his life's objective at this point in his life. The Egyptian pyramids are cryptic and constructed in spectacular structures, comprising roughly 2.5 million stone blocks and weighing close to 6 million tons. Various tourists from throughout the world visit this monumental structure. If you've ever visited or read about these pyramids, you probably agree with those who claim that they are hiding a lot of secrets, some of which gave rise to some of Nikola Tesla's most revolutionary theories and creations, most notably the theory that pyramids can produce power. After reading a number of literature about historic buildings, Nikola Tesla concluded that the pyramids held a tremendous amount of energy. Tesla started to wonder whether there might be hidden advanced technology in the pyramids at that time, when electricity was a relatively new invention. He came to believe that electromagnetic energy was the source of the pyramid's energy. According to him, the chambers inside the pyramids may have been utilized to manipulate the electromagnetic fields after they were constructed using a type of crystal energy. He also believes that the Great Pyramid was built using materials with energy-storing qualities that came from the sun and moon, such as the stones utilized in its construction. In light of this, he hypothesized that the pyramid may have been built to produce an energy field that could power cities. The technology of conveying electrical energy through the natural medium was the title of a patent application Tesla submitted to the US in 1905. He believed that the planet Earth was a massive electrical generator with an infinite supply of energy that was rotating around two magnetic poles, as described in the patent, which included designs for a number of global generators that draw power from the ionosphere. Later, he would refer to his triangle as Tesla's electromagnetic pyramid. In addition, he thought that the location of the pyramids, rather than their shapes, was the source of their energy, so he decided to build a tower facility that would later spark the entire city. This tower is now known as the Tesla Experimental Station and is located at the base of Pikes Peak in Colorado Springs. It is also known as the Warden Cliff Tower or Tesla Tower on the East Coast. He built the pyramids at these locations by adhering to the laws of the location of the pyramid. His ideas on how the Earth may carry the signals served as the foundation for the tower's construction. Tesla claimed that the prototype could transmit and receive data as well as an endless amount of energy up to Paris, France. Sadly, with Tesla's tragic death in 1943, his invention and discovery were lost to history. But even after his passing, his works continued. His thoughts on the pyramid's power have been researched by academics and researchers, and his concepts have helped to solve many of the mysteries related to the pyramids. Tesla's explanation of the pyramids to us may have sounded too ambiguous. Maybe he wants us to realize the power of something far older than we realized. To make things clearer, let's examine Tesla's theory on numerology. In Tesla's view, the numbers 3, 6, and 9 together form a key to the universe and are therefore very significant for all of us here on planet Earth. He said that numerous models may be found in the universe occurring naturally in our galaxies, star formation, development, and practically all natural systems. Certain people think his fixations with the numbers 3, 6, and 9 have something to do with his fondness for pyramidal shapes and some basic mathematical facts. He refused to use or perform anything that did not result in the number 3 or a multiple of it, because he thought these numbers were the fundamental building blocks of a universal arithmetic language. Before entering any facility, Tesla would drive around it 3 times. He slept at hotels with rooms that could be divided by 3. He resided in room 3327 on the 33rd floor of the New Yorker Hotel in New York City. 3 plus 3 is equivalent to 6 in math, but 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. Each night he slept for roughly 3 hours. With 18 napkins, he cleaned his cutlery before using it. Whenever he calculated something in his environment, he made sure the results could be understood by 3. He made judgments in groups of 3. What message was Tesla trying to convey with his fascination with the numbers 3, 6, and 9? These outcomes would serve as the foundation for his decisions. Considering that we did not create mathematics, we came to the conclusion that it is a universal language and that the rules governing it apply to everyone on Earth. For instance, in vortex mathematics, 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2 plus 2 equals 4, 4 plus 4 equals 8, 8 plus 8 equals 16, 16 plus 16 equals 32, and 32 plus 32 equals 64. 1 plus 6 equals 7, 3 plus 2 5, and 6 plus 4 10. You'd notice that the repeating numbers 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5 were the only ones the number patterns returned. 3, 6, and 9 did not match the pattern due to the fact that these shapes can be found in nature. If Nikola Tesla may have been so fascinated with these numbers, can we claim that he was trying to expose certain truths to us using the Great Pyramids as a basis of reference? The ancient people imitated them in construction. Here is the justification for the accuracy with which the size of the pyramid is aligned with the compass by means of modern engineering. A total of 2.5 million stone blocks, totaling 6 million tons, make up the Pyramid of Giza. Because the base of the pyramid is leveled to within 3/4 of an inch, it is nearly hard to align this structure with a precision of 1/15th of a degree of true north. It is 481 feet tall, with a footprint that covers over 13 acres. Each of the nearly 755 feet long sides of the pyramid is within 2 inches of the opposite side. It's interesting to note that the pyramids don't actually have 4 sides. Rather, each side is slightly concave, and you can only notice this when you're looking up straight at the pyramid or when it casts a shadow at an equinox. The people who constructed the pyramids had a solid understanding of the scale of the Earth. If you multiply the pyramid's 481-foot height by 43,200, you get 3,938,685 miles, which is within 11 miles of the Earth's polar radius accuracy of 99.7. Likewise, the Great Pyramid's base perimeter, which is 3,024 feet in diameter, would be 99.3% accurate if multiplied by 43,200, giving the result of 24,734.94 miles, the distance from the Earth's equator. The Great Pyramid is fixed in the proper cardinal directions of north, south, east, and west. However, there is a very small mistake of 360th of a degree. Nevertheless, it can be viewed as unimportant, given that the building's creators were from a time period known as the Dark Ages. How, therefore, is it conceivable that the ancient builders knew the size of the planet? Impressive. The fact that ancient humans were so preoccupied with equinoxes, however, is well known. The equinox occurs when the duration of day and night are equal, and the path of the sun in the sky crosses the equator. Even if an equinox has a day and night that lasts 43,200 seconds, most naysayers dismiss the connection between the equinox and the size of the Earth as a mere coincidence. However, according to engineer Glenn Dash, the Egyptians could not have aligned the pyramids using the sun shadow or the pole star. He reasoned that in order to obtain perfect alignment for the structures, they must have employed the autumnal equinox. Even before, equinox measurements have been disregarded as a potential alignment technique. This is because it was felt that it needed to be more precise. Dash disagreed with this, though, as he suggested that the equinox would be able to provide precise measurements by casting a shadow for a no-man to show this. He conducted an experiment by tracing the point of the fall equinox's shadow in 2016 to create a smooth curve of points. At the conclusion of the day, he intercepted 2 of the curve's points with a tall length of string that was wound around the pole. It is known as the Indian Circle method because it produced a nearly perfect line that ran from east to west. He demonstrated that even though the measurement was erroneous, the degree of the error was comparable to the minimal inaccuracy discovered in the alignment of the pyramids at Giza. The pyramider might be communicating with the universe in this fashion at astronomical latitude 30, which is midway between the equator and the North Pole. Nevertheless, there was a measurement mistake of only 0.05 degrees when the Great Pyramid was being built. Even though the ancient buildings used triple and hexagonal symmetry, we can still make out 3 pyramids that are perfectly aligned with the constellation Orion. You'd notice that the number 43,200 is significant in this context because it symbolizes the Earth's axial precession. The number is also a multiple of 72, which is the length of time it takes for the Earth's axis to wobble. In ancient mythology and sacred texts, the numbers 72 and 432 can also be found. The Tower of Babel, for instance, had 72 different languages spoken. Also, the Jewish Kabbalah has a total of 72 different names for God. Last but not least, there are Angkor Wat's number of temples and the distance in degrees of longitude between it and the Great Pyramid. It is thought that music resonates most optimally at a harmonic frequency of 432 Hz. The Hindu Rig Veda contains 432,000 syllables. All of these possibilities mean what exactly? The employment of a mathematical language by the ancient Egyptians is conceivable. The Great Pyramid's builders were able to measure it so that it matched the measurements of our planet, which is something we're just becoming aware of when multiplied by 43,200. Cannot believe that one is very great, or it couldn't have been a simple coincidence. You will find that the enlarged North Pole of the Earth points to the star Polaris if you extend it into the heavens. That is our pole star, but in the future it might point to other stars. The extended North Pole does not always point at the same location over a cycle of 25,920 years due to the Earth's axis precessional wobble. Where, though, is the proof that the pyramid could be a device for generating and storing energy? Materials that may have been transported from a great distance, such as limestone, were used to build the pyramid. There isn't any room between any of the stones because they are all crammed together so tightly. Approximately 500 kilometers distant, at a tower quarry, the casing stones were cut and delivered. The white tufa limestone that was used to build the Great Pyramid of Giza's exterior is an electrically insulating substance. This is due to the absence of magnesium, which allowed for the use of materials that conduct electricity in the construction of the interior and chambers, allowing for complete control over the release of energy from the pyramid's interior. Additionally, a different variety of limestone was employed to create the blocks that made up the pyramid's interior. The highest quantity of power may be transmitted through stones by virtue of their modest amounts of crystals and metals. It is noteworthy to consider that Tesla's tower operates on the same theory as the pyramids. But let's get back to the fundamentals now. The operation of wireless power depends on a few factors. They consist of the sun, the water beneath the tower, and the pyramids. Also, the tower must be positioned at the proper altitude to allow energy to flow. The pyramid's tops were constructed of gold, and their middles, which are made of granite, are excellent electrical conductors and energy transmitters. These come together to create wireless energy. The focus of a 2018 study is on how the pyramid may concentrate energy. The response of the pyramid to electromagnetic waves of a resonant length was tested by a team of scientists using radio waves at various frequencies. They learned that the pyramid's internal chambers, which are located beneath its base, concentrate electromagnetic energy. Scientists claim that resonances can be caused by radio waves having a length between 200 and 600 meters. The impact is more significant when one gets closer to 200 meters. Eric Wilson wrote about how granite and other types of rock can withstand vibration in a paper he published in 2019, titled Large-Scale Thermoacoustic Generator. Through a combination of physics and music, electrons will move through the rock and rise to the surface. The tidal energy produced by the gravity of the moon was used by the pyramid builders to develop a power-generating device that is tuned to the natural harmony of the Earth's vibration. With the help of this technology, clean energy may be produced continuously. The question remains, however, what is the source of energy that leads us back to Tesla? His Wardenclyffe Tower was constructed on top of an aquifer, and this caused negative ions to be released to the tower's top. The tower has iron and copper rods that extend into the water. When electricity was sent into the tower, it was intended to be transported to the rest of the world through the atmosphere. Receiver devices were constructed to capture the energy for human use. In essence, he sought to harness the energy of the ionosphere and transmit it through vibrations to the Earth, where it would be readable by other receivers and transmitted to the Great Pyramid. It is also constructed over an ancient underground waterway known as an aquifer. The capstone there is composed of gold, and recently copper pipes into iron rods have been found. The River Nile used to flow extremely close to the pyramids, creating an electric current underneath them. This current then travels up the pyramid through the granite stones inside and into the gold capstone. Physioelectricity is the name for this phenomenon. Physioelectricity is the electrical energy we may acquire from regular physical activity, like walking, and the flowing current of a river or underground aquifers, where water would rush into the base chambers and escape, forming a pump that vibrates the pyramids. A specific frequency of the vibration would be felt in the king's chamber. Geomechanical components that vibrate with Earth's energies and transform them into electromagnetic energy are found in the king's chamber. In the same way that the pyramid used the Earth's resonance, Tesla's wireless power distribution system did as well. The energy produced by the tower would be limitless and pure. Unfortunately, the tower was destroyed, and there is evidence that the Great Pyramid was also destroyed from the inside, despite the fact that the perpetrator may have been aware that he was on the verge of making a breakthrough in power transmission. Tesla was correct. In fact, the world's most significant ancient sites all contain electromagnetic energy evidence. He used energy from the ionosphere to develop devices that we can only imagine today. Just think of how using clean, renewable energy can make people's lives safer. If Tesla had been successful, he wanted to provide free and open access to power for everyone, particularly in the most isolated and underdeveloped regions of the planet. Sad to say, the world chose a different path, one that puts us in more danger, and the clean energy we urgently needed died with Tesla. This other path involved the principal fossil fuels, coal and oil. Do you believe, however, that Nikola Tesla deserves the praise and glorification he currently receives? If he hadn't passed away, how much more impact would his amazing creations and thoughts have had on the world? Share your opinions with us in the comment section. Luckily, we have Elon Musk today, who has the same goal as Nikola Tesla in using cleaner energy sources. And that ends today's episode. What do you think of this episode? Let us know your thoughts in the comment box below. Please subscribe and don't forget to like today's video. We will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.